Ask yourself this question. What would happen if mankind lost control over what it created? There would be environmental disasters, chemical plant catastrophes, nuclear power plant meltdowns, and large areas of contamination. Civilization would be knocked off of its feet, and nature would gradually fill in. New species would arise, built for these new conditions. How would we survive this new nightmare we call home? Beyond the limits of a once populated city, better known as the concrete jungle, lies a terrifying forest that can only be traversed in armored vehicles. Within the settlements, mutated animals and critters begin to crawl in from every side, frantically trying to trap survivors in its ruins. We've mistreated this world of ours for so long that now we get a taste of our own medicine. The former masters of this planet are now faced with hostilities we have never imagined. The bravest survivors make trips into the deep forest that now overtake this planet, trying to find reasons behind what happened. Maybe then, and only then, can we find a way to cope with the anomalies spreading over the earth. These survivors are slowed down by poisonous plants, mutants, wild animals, and yet unknown threats of anomalies, where, like the darkest places on Earth, entire squads disappear. You're one of these survivors living on this tiny island of camps among the approaching forest and the anomalous happenings. What's happening, everybody? Street here, PC Gamer and Shenanigans Extraordinaire, and I'll be laying down some information for you all to start your research on this amazing new title by Volstock Games called Survarium. Survarium is a free-to-play FPS MMO. It takes place in the near future in an aftermath of a major ecological catastrophe, where only 1 in 100 people survived. The game takes place on dedicated maps full of anarchy and chaos. This map will be riddled with tactical options, hidden secrets, and valuable story-related information. Every step you take will prove your right to survive. As to date, we know of 3 different types of game modes, team play being the first. In this mode, your team will prepare for the coming of anomalous storms. 2 teams will explore locations, find objects and items that will help their team survive. Such items being medicine, air filters, detectors, folders containing documents and information, and containers with herbicides. They must then bring these items back to their home base and protect them from the enemy. Don't expect this to be easy, because these items are all randomly hidden throughout the game locations and will be sought after heavily by the enemy. The winner will then be the team that finds and holds the most items within the game time frame. If a team successfully finds all the items, they will be rewarded with an early victory. The team that best uses strategy and teamwork will survive. Next is cooperative mode. This new world holds multiple mysteries and you'll be able to solve them. You and your companions will set out on multiple missions that will help shed light on the reasons behind this catastrophe. Last but not least is free play. This is the bulk of the game. This is survival mode. The open map with bandits, survivors, and all the hostilities. The post-apocalyptic world is treacherous. Ally with others or play on your own. This game heavily encourages exploration. Explore the world for anomalies and collect artifacts. But beware, some may kill you, but some will help you greatly. The best way to survive an anomaly is to avoid it altogether. But if you have no other way to do so, then use the data scanners and detectors that have survived in the new world to assist in your research needed to increase your chances of survival. Such hostilities from anomalies are electric shock, dangerous radiation, and burns. You're gonna need good equipment to survive exploring these anomalies. For example, a respirator, gas mask, or oxygen tank will help protect your lungs from breathing in poisonous gases and radioactive dust. These anomalies produce artifacts which are the result of hazardous and toxic substances recycled by the anomalies. The artifacts can produce various qualities which make them very sought after by survivors. They are hidden from sight and require the use of detectors and gloves to obtain them. Some of the known artifacts to survivors are sponges, coils, rattles, springs, larkspur, and onyx. Remember that throughout all this, you are responsible for who you become. By accomplishing various tasks for factions, you will improve your relationship with them, and in exchange, they will offer you to use their facilities and gain access to new equipment, such as armament and ammunition. Such factions include the Resistance Army, the Fringe Settlers, the Black Market, and the Scavengers. The Resistance Army is a new force that has risen out of the ruins of civilization. They are the ex-USSR Regular Dust Army. They were the first group to welcome the storming elements and face the wrath of nature with their own skin. Long before the catastrophe, the founders had been deploying a utopian plan to establish a new superstate. The plan was set up and deployed, taking over the world, piece by piece. The apocalypse ruined their plans, and chaos has taken over the planet. They consider themselves the messiahs of the world and plan to create the superstate lives on. The name of the Fringe Settlers comes from living on the edge of the safe zone where the spread of the forest stopped. It remains a mystery why the forest stopped, but some believe that the Fringe Settlers were a part of the reason. Even before the catastrophe, when the forest was just beginning to spread, some people believed it was necessary to study the forest and not destroy it, and possibly learn to live in harmony with it. Their voices were not heard in the boom of the industrial age, and they left the cities to self-study the strange phenomenon. After the fall of civilization, their beliefs became deepened and are now reluctant to allow any outsider into the settlement. They believe the settlement is a kind of Eden, where humanity will be reborn within the settlement deep in the forest where no hostilities are present. The Black Market is made up of nomads. They reconstructed the ex-bikers lot within the city to meet their needs for travelers. This area is open to all travelers and everyone is treated equally. Many clan leaders frequently choose this site as a meeting place, and much is to be had here. Activities between nomads are trading and crafting, finding lodging, and the residents are full of information about the surrounding areas. Such freedom choices attract many people to the Black Market area, so beware. Trust might be very hard to find here. The Black Market is protected by the Black Market Fighter, who demonstrate rude and untamed force and have been known to act quietly and stealthily to assault the enemy and win their battles. In some of these areas, people formed separate groups that had more chances of survival. They became known as the Scavengers. They are not great fighters, but they use stealthy tactics and utilize scouts who gather intel. They infiltrate enemy territory in anomalous areas and scavenge equipment and what they can. Trade and scavenger groups generally consist of general gear such as pistols, shotguns, and low-grade ammunition, but as relationships increase, they can provide you with SMGs and sniper rifles and some more sophisticated equipment. Clans will also be available in the game. Players may not join factions, but can create clans. The clan leader determines both the internal and external politics of the clan. Each clan may pick one allied faction to assist in their protection and trading rights. This is also allowed to access unique items which are impossible to obtain by regular means. You cannot survive alone in this world. Pick your clan and allies carefully. With every situation, your character increases experience and gets stronger. You will have the chance to increase your character's skills in many different skill trees. For example, firearms training, physical training, technical training, medical skills, and the art of survival. Build your character as you see fit. Whether you're looking to become a keen sniper or a full frontal assault beast, you decide, or just master them all. Once reaching certain levels of passive skills, you will be able to choose one of the several unique abilities able to completely change the style of gameplay. Some abilities serve as great companions to each other. Experiment with combinations of abilities and determine what is good for your playstyle. And if any of you are wondering about achievements, they will also accompany players throughout the game, showing his or her progression and where they have been. Also, for the hardcore clansters, tournaments will be present for those that register their team in the appropriate time frames for said tournaments. Good luck, everyone. This is going to be some beastly competition. This game is oozing with promise, and if you're anything like me and enjoy survival games, this is going to be a must-have. Please follow my YouTube channel for likewise gameplay, and be sure to check out the links above and below in the description box for examples of my unique survival gameplay. Remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, or if you found it useful. It greatly helps out us YouTubers. Thanks for watching, everyone, and remember,
only the strong survive.